Hello, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to this Friday morning briefing. How's everyone doing today? Are you guys okay? First, just to make sure you can hear me clearly, please let me know if you can hear me. Good morning. Yes, all good. Okay, because I changed a little bit the screen setups today, so just to make sure everything goes smoothly. Okay. So good morning also from people they just join us from the YouTube live. And with that said, thank you so much. First, I would like to thank you for your participation on this morning briefings market analysis, and also appreciate when you like the videos and when you give a thumbs up and follow us on Facebook, on Insta, on YouTube. I said everything: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Okay, so as always, guys, just to make it clear, this is a market analysis based on the technical analysis I use. It doesn't involve any financial or personal financial advice related. All right, so the trades I say that I participate in or I open in front of you, or I talked about that, it's exclusively based on my perspective about the market. Okay, so 1st of July today, we had a bullish month, as June was a bullish month for the US dollar. We saw some sold-offs for the euro. We saw some quite significant drop on the Aussie in general. And that was the surprise of the last month. So we are on some bullish trends for the US dollar. Some news events for today. The major news event, it's going to be at 5 Eastern, Eastern European time. So just be aware at 5 p.m. today for this ISM, the Purchase Manufacturer Index. All right, so let's go to the charts. Okay. It's this one here. Guys, just to make sure everyone can see the drawing here, I'm drawing a sector. Can you please type if you can see my drawing? Because really, it's the first time I'm using this kind of setup. So just to make sure everything is fine for everyone. Okay. Bilal replied yes. So I take it as a yes from everyone. Okay. Now, as usually, we start from the pound USD. We are on the daily chart. We see that the market is trying to push lower. Okay, yesterday we had that consolidation here. If we're going to go down to the 4-hour chart, we can see that the market made this lower low pattern, broke. Remember, we talked about this support here. Now it broke, and as you know, or if you don't know it yet, it's better to learn it today. A broken support, usually it acts as resistance in the near bounces. Okay, So we take this as a resistance. I was trying to monitor this from yesterday to see if we're going to have a price action, which I like to trade, which it's a pin bar, or it was a bearish engulfing. We didn't see any one of those, so I didn't participate in that move. Okay, so we have some obstacles to go through in this pair here, so just be mindful if you're gonna trade this to the downside. It's still bearish inclination. Okay, from the technical analysis perspective, we are still doing lower lows, so we didn't make any higher high like this one here. We didn't make any higher high, so we are still bearish. However, we are at a level of strong support, so just be mindful if you want to take trades here to the short size, just manage your risk accordingly. Okay. Aussie US dollar, Australian dollar, and its weakness. We had this pattern of consolidation. Some more advanced traders, they understand this as triangle, descending triangle. Descending triangle pattern. So, a descending triangle pattern often has a bearish implications. Sometimes when it appears on support levels, it has bullish implications, but I don't want to complicate that. I just keep it simple. Now, what do we do here? What I'm planning to do, based on the technical analysis, it shows that on the 4-hour chart, this bearish candle here came with big momentum. You see all the candles here, they are not even close to half of the size of this bearish candle. So this type of breakouts usually they tend to be solid. So I will try to monitor the price action somewhere around here. Okay, not exactly at this level, but I can see that we have more support somewhere around here. So I will monitor this one for today and see if I have, because we can have a trend line, we have this one, if I can find a price action where it supports reversal somewhere around this area, I'm ready to short the Aussie US dollar on the 4-hour chart. So that's a good plan for today. New Zealand US dollar, pretty much similar picture, guys. We see that the market acts with similar behavior. So let's see the breakout. If it was strong breakout here, we also have a strong breakout. I hope everyone can see this strong bearishness through the body of this candle. So same scenario, we have a trend line here as well. For those who are using trend line, I like to use trend line in only one specific way to find trends in the market. Some other traders, they use trend line to structure the market, to find patterns. I just stick to the basics, and a trend line shows trend. So, and usually trend lines, they are respected in trend. So we have this trend line here, we have this level of support, so we have two confluence areas. If the price is going to push somewhere around here, I'm willing to short also the New Zealand US dollar. USD Canadian dollar. Remember, some people, they were last time about this pair. If we can go short, we were somewhere here on Wednesday. So I talked about that because we are in a bullish US dollar daily chart. So it was a bit dangerous to go and short here the US dollar against the Canadian dollar. However, something important to learn today, guys, about the market is that the market stopped putting higher highs. If the market stopped put higher highs, coming from there, buyers, they were unable to create a new high prices. Now the market pushed here. It's not as clear as another trade setups. So sometimes when we see something we understand, a pattern we understand, but it's not very clear and obvious, sometimes it's better just to sit on the sidelines. Okay. And that's, I'm talking based on my training experience. Now, here, USD JPY, what do we see? We see this move to, the impulse move to the upside, then we see a pullback, then another impulse move. We talked about that this is shorter in duration than this impulse move here. Then we have this move here, which is even with less amount of buying pressure. So maybe we're gonna experience some sell-off from here, okay, but we are still in an uptrend. Higher highs, they've been respected until this level here. Now we stop making higher highs. The only high probability trade is if we're gonna have lower low, a push back to this broken now support, it's gonna act as a resistance, and then we can short it. Okay, if you're gonna short it from here, make sure your risk is manageable, and if you don't risk full amount like you're risking on the when you're trading trends. Okay. Pound Japanese yen, pound relatively is weak. We talked about this market here that is, stop making higher highs. Buyers, they had a chance to create a new high here, but sellers, they came all the way with momentum. So it shows the weakness of the British pound. What do we have on the 4-hour chart? On the 4-hour chart, we can see a bit different picture. So I have this trend line and I consider it as valid because the market made this low point here and now it broken. So it made a lower low and it made a lower high. So I have 2 points. I'm talking about this also on the course we are preparing for you guys on the website. As I said, we're going to replace soon 0 to hero. So I will talk about all this setup and you're going to learn very, very valuable things. So the market made a lower low here on a pullback, either close to the trend line or either close to this support, which now it's going to act as resistance. We can short this market down. Okay. Pound JPY, Euro JPY, similar approach. We have these highs intact. The resistance is being respected here. The market tries to make a lower low on the daily. If we go to the 4-hour chart, we have more obvious downtrend here. So that was a lower low here. If you guys short from somewhere here, that would be a good trade. I wasn't around after 5 o'clock in the morning, so I didn't took any trades with this one here. So let's go to the next one, Euro Canadian dollar. We came to retest this support. The market is trying to push higher. Since this price action here, everything was, and this one here, everything was fine from my side. However, now the market is just spending too much time here. It's been a couple of months, the market is here in this range. And at some point, guys, the ranges, they tend to break and the market is going to either experience a trend on the one direction, either up or on the downside. So I'm not really happy to participate in this market for now within this range. Okay. Pound Canadian dollar. This market here didn't push lower as the euro did, so we have the seller still in control. The market made the lower low. We are still bearish on this, however, because the euro is trying to push higher. It has a really mixed picture and it's nothing clear with the Canadian dollar right now and the euro and the Great British pound. So let's see the 4-hour chart. It can give us a better indication. So what do we see here? Oh, what is the thing? So we have a lower low. We are hovering around these levels. If the market is gonna retest again here with a strong price action. So far, I don't see any strong price action. This pin bar is not a valid pin bar for me because the bar is so big. So I prefer tiny pin bars like this one here. You see long tail and small body. That's the pin bars I like to trade. Euro Australian dollar. On the daily chart, we talked about this last sessions and we are monitoring. We said that if it's going to break above this zone, we can get involved as buyers, but we said that these high points here, they may be high, much of limit orders, sell limit orders to push the price lower when the price just sits here. So for now, I'm keen to participate in this market. However, as I told you last time, I would like a clear break of this level here. You see, last session today, the market with this bullish candle, the market pushed higher. Now it's been almost 2 hours. The buyers are not here to push the price higher. I want to see this market really to break above this zone because I consider it as a strong zone. So if it breaks above on any retest, I'm looking to buy this. Okay. If you can see, the euro against the Australian dollar is trying to push higher, and the Aussie against the US dollar is trying to push lower. So we have weakness everywhere around the Australian dollar. It behaves so weak. So do the New Zealand dollar. All right. So if we're going to go to the New Zealand dollar chart against the euro, we see that the euro is keeping the strength. Now, this one here, again, I would like to participate in this market. We have this higher high here, although we didn't clear this level, but if the price really is going to come here and it's going to show a kind of bullish implications through a pin bar or a bullish engulfing, I will definitely get involved with this one. So I will keep an eye. We can keep an eye on the euro New Zealand dollar for today. Pound Aus. On the daily chart, we have a clear image now. We see that the market is trying to find this way maybe to break above these levels here. We cannot do anything so far unless you are a reversal trader. I'm a trend following trader, so I cannot get involved with this one. I want to see a clear break to the upside, a retest, and then really first target, it's this one here. And we're going to go on the 4-hour chart to capitalize on the move. And then the big target, it's up here. So it's a very good pair to keep an eye on for maybe next few weeks. Let's move on. Similar pound New Zealand. We are sitting around this resistance. So if the market breaks above, definitely I will keep an eye on any pullback, and I will target these areas here. So very promising markets. Euro against the Australian dollar, euro against the New Zealand dollar. Bullish. We're going to see the first higher high on the 4-hour chart. Same with pound Oz and pound New Zealand. So pretty much I'm bearish on the Aussie and the New Zealand. So I will find strong pairs to take them against. Euro pound, we are drifting around for a while now, so it's a bit mixture image for me. So we don't have any clear higher highs. You see these spikes all the time. You see these spikes here, spike, rejection. It's a bit mixture. I prefer, and lately you see the euro and the Great British Pound, they have a lot of moves that they don't last. They try to make a higher high here, but the trend is not following through and it's just drifting sideways. Aussie, New Zealand. So Australian dollar is weak, New Zealand dollar is weak. For now, it looks like that the battle is won by the New Zealand dollar, so we push the Aussie to the downside. We talked about that the market made a lower low here, double top, lower low. We said that we still have some room to retest these levels here. I talked to you last time about this level here, guys, that if we have a nice pin bar here, we can, if that's in our rules, we can enter the market short and target first this level here and second this level there. Okay, if we go down to the 4-hour chart, we see this bearish engulfing here. For those you don't know what's a bearish engulfing, it's an immediate rejection of the buyers with a bearish candle, which the high and the low of the bearish candle totally engulf the previous bar. Okay, so this one here was a good and high probability trade. So we'll see if we can go up to here. Gold, strong US dollar, most of the times usually push the gold prices lower. So we are trying to make a lower low from this swing point, but the price it's made every day a lower low. So we can look for shorts on the gold. From here we have lower low. If you are not into this movement yet, you can wait for a pullback somewhere here. You have a trend line. If the market conditions, they remain similar with this now, so we can definitely look for shorts here to add to the positions or to initiate new positions. And S&P 500, I just added yesterday to the list because I believe it's an important future indices here to watch. So we are bearish also on the S&P, price is making lower lows. So now we are in the middle of this impulse move. So in the middle of the impulse move, we are going to the lower time frames and we look for the market structure. Like here we are going for a lower low. We broke through this resistance, through the support. So any pullbacks here, somewhere around this area, which acted recently as an area of resistance, we can initiate positions on the S&P as well. So as you see, guys, the market today and yesterday, it was just keep moving on the predominant direction on the daily charts. All right. We didn't have any major news events to change the trends and to experience any reversal. So since Wednesday, we were here and the market is making a new lower low. So, the Australian dollar as well against the US dollar, we were here. So now we have a break. Keep an eye on the Australian dollar, on the New Zealand dollar for any weaknesses. Any question, guys, here? I don't see questions. So we have Bilal asking for USD Jpy, which Bilal, we talked earlier about this one here. We can see that the daily chart is stop making higher highs from this point. Here we had a higher high. Now we do not have a higher high here. If we're going to experience a push to the downside, we shouldn't be very aggressive with our entries and with our targets. Okay, so I can see from the technical perspective, the market didn't make a lower low, so we are still bullish. But from the volume through the price action, I can see a bit of weakness on the behalf of the US dollar, so we can experience a bit of pullback here. Okay, that's from a volume perspective and the technical perspective. You see, not even on the 4-hour chart, we make a new lower low. We have to break below these lows here. If we break below, and we're going to have an opportunity to take some short trades, definitely we can target these levels here. But for now, the market structure is not shouting any shorts. You are welcome. What about the people from the YouTube live? You guys are quiet today. Is it because it's the end of the week? Do you guys have any questions to ask? No, I don't see anything coming on the chat below. Guys, I would really like to thank you for your participation and your engagement. I wish you to have a good beginning of the month, a good trading, trading beginning. So if you have any questions, you can type them down on the chat box when we're going to upload the video on the YouTube channel. Please make sure to give us a thumbs up and to like this video. And I'm looking forward to see you on Monday. Thank you so much. Bye for now.